Good evening and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lara Arden and I'm here for you as the University Success Coach for the University Success Academy. You can find my group on Facebook and I am also here on YouTube for you and LinkedIn. So what I would like to share with you for those of you who are mature age university students is 5 quick tips that will help you to achieve focused study without distraction. And these 5 tips I hope will help you to get through the last semester that we've got here that we're approaching in Australia, and for those who are preparing for their exams and final essays as well. This works for you. Okay, so the first one is to set up a quiet environment for yourself and to make it an inspiring place as well, where you've got things around you to remind you of what it is that you're studying for. It might be images of your future career goals. It could be photos of your family, friends, children, pets, loved ones, whatever or whoever it is that inspires you to do the things that you are doing and the reasons as to why these studies in your course is important to you. So once you've got your environment set up, it's inspiring for you, it's nice and quiet. See if you can try to make it a regular place that you will visit frequently. And so whether it's your desk in your bedroom, another part of the house, or it could even be at a friend's house, someone else's home where you go regularly to help you do your quiet study where you can be focused. It could be the university campus, or it could be a community library if you're an online student. It's just important that you do have a place that you can go to, that you've got an environment that's conducive for you being able to clear your mind and achieve your focus and to be able to maintain that as you're preparing for your exams. Okay, so the second thing you want to do is to enable a focused mind. So, what is a focused mind? Focused mind is where we're able to hold our concentration on something and remain undistracted. Now, it sounds easier than it is because the mind is it's so easily open to distraction, and there's a lot of thoughts coming in, constant information that attention to. So, with that in mind, to achieve and to enable a focused mind, one of the things that we can actually do, it's going to sound funny, is that we can actually distract the mind so that we can pay attention and focus on exactly what it is that we want to focus on. So, what ways can we distract the mind from all those other thoughts that could be flooding in when we're really trying to focus and get through our studies? Um, there's a few things we can do. So one of them is to get some headphones, plug them in, or to have some background music going. It actually matters the sort of music that you have going in the background as well. So you could use things like isochronic tones. Tones have been found helpful in being able to achieve focused study. So isochronic tones are things like noise, brown noise. You might have heard of white noise, which is a lot like the sound of a jet engine or a strong, fast spinning fan with its blades that gives that really high pitched noise. That sound is called white noise. And so then for brown noise, it's actually been found for studying and to be able to hold, um, a time of conditioned focus. That brown noise is really effective. So what is brown noise? Well, goes back to when we're babies actually in our mummy's tummy, and the brown noise was the sound of the blood as it was whooshing through the veins. It's a very subdued tone. The noise, the sound is actually very calming for us as well. So it worked for us as we were babies. It helped us to be calm so we could grow, so our minds and our brains could be developing in new ways, which is what's happening when we're learning and we're studying and we're focused on the information in front of us. We want the mind to grow and to be open to new information. So you could try using isochronic tones with brown noise and see if that helps you to be able to allow your mind to focus on what you need to do to enable your powers of concentration. So the other things you could try are beta or delta wave frequency music. I would avoid probably listening to music that has lyrics in it because that could be a little bit distracting or a conflict in what it is that you're trying to focus on. So make sure that it's just music that you're listening to, and be careful not to make it too relaxing because you don't want it to help you drift off into a lullaby of it's a time to work when we're studying, so it's important to see if you can give yourself music that will keep you energized as well. All right, so there we go. That's how you enable a focused mind. Give it something else to do whilst you're focusing on what you need it to. Okay, the third thing that you can do to help you study without distraction is to, first of all, before you start your study, think about what it is that you want to be or looking for when you do your decide in advance before you start what your reference points are going to be that your mind is looking for as you do your study. If you imagine it's a bit like a radar, and in the radar there's these reference points, and so the radar is working within that area, and it could be looking for certain things within that zone. So the same thing is going to happen for us when we're doing our study. If we can make use of our mental powers and the brain's ability for us to be able to look for those reference points as we're going through all of that information that we need to read and get through. So if that helps you, I would really recommend writing down before you do your study exactly what it is that you're looking for, which is like those reference points of data to help you get through all of that information you need to do, and that should make things a lot more efficient for you too. Okay, and so the fourth thing that you want to do now, and probably this one is probably the most obvious, and so yeah, this post is going to have in it some obvious points for you, but hopefully some new ones that you haven't considered before either that will work for you. So of course, it's your mobile phone. Yes, we do need to turn it off so that we can enable a focused mind to study without distraction. But the other thing that you can do as well is you opportunity with your phone to put it into airplane and also turn off notifications, messages, and stop any calls from coming through to help you. And hopefully that'll make the difference of allowing you to be able to have your study time really efficient and productive and focused for you too. So make sure that you put the phone where it needs to be so that you can focus on what you have to. And so the last thing, number 5, is to study for a limited block of time. So what I mean, and then to take a short break. So what I mean by that, as an example, when I first started my studies as a mature age student just a few years ago, I found that because I'd actually been out of school for a long time, that my powers of concentration and being able to hold focus for a long time, bit like when you go to the gym and you're lifting, if you haven't been to the gym for a while and your powers of lifting have declined a little bit, it's the same for us with having that mental power to be able to hold focus and concentration as well when we've got a lot of information to get through for our studies and reading. So in a similar way, we want to do something like we go to the gym and we only can do so many reps and then we need to take a break. And you can do the same thing with your brain, with your mind when you're doing your study to help you focus. So what I found worked for me in the beginning for the first couple of weeks was that I would just go for like 10 minutes at a time of reading and studying and getting through what I needed to get through for my notes and things. And so after 10 minutes, I would give myself and time I would have some water to and that allowing to the brain to think quickly and clearly to just keep your brain processing that information you're reading. And some snacks, maybe some nuts or seeds or a bit of fruit, something healthy to keep your brain nourished and energized. And of course bathroom. And then when it comes to the phone, so in that 5-minute break, I probably wouldn't have checked my phone what I would have done was waited until I'd finished my 10-minute lots of reading uh, per block of time and get through to an hour, and then I would check my phone. And I found that if I got to the end of the hour after 10 minutes, I would give myself a good 15, maybe 20-minute break. And during that time, then I would allow my brain and my mind to just be completely distracted and respond to any messages or calls that I had to on my phone. The other thing I would find is that also during that time, it's really important to make sure that you get up out of your chair and that you walk away. Give your eyes a break from the screen and yeah, get the body moving again, get the blood pumping through your veins and you know everywhere re-oxygenated. And so that helps us to keep going so that we can maintain a high level of focus as we're doing our study again. All right, so yeah, so just to let you know, in the beginning for me as a mature age student, I was only able to get through maybe 10 minutes at a time of reading until I could find that my mind would either maybe not start to wander, but I would find I'd be reading over the same thing maybe 2 or 3 times in a row. And that's when I guess it was my body's way of saying, you need a break. You know, your brain's absorbed enough information or you've concentrated hard long enough, it's time for you to just yeah, go and have a little break, and then you've had a reset, refresh, and you're good to go again. It's the difference between having study be productive of let's say comparing it to a car. When a car is going at maybe first or second gear versus sixth gear, okay? So what we're aiming for when we want to be able to achieve focused study without distraction is that we can think and process information at a high level. So it's like we're driving at sixth gear, and we can actually go further faster by doing our concentrated efforts with smaller blocks of time. So just to finish off with that for you, when I was able to extend my 10 minutes to 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and longer. Eventually, I got to the stage where I could study for 45 minutes without a break. And I know that my focus was really targeted during that whole time as well. I probably wouldn't recommend going any longer than about 45 or 50 minutes, but simply because you need to keep yourself rehydrated again, keep that oxygen, a little bit of glucose, get that fruit into you as well, so that you're giving your body the energy that it needs for your brain to be able to function and be fully optimized for you for your learning, reading, writing, researching, revising, whatever it is that you're doing in your studies. Okay, so that's it. We've come to the end of this session for you, and I hope you found it informative and helpful. I will be going live here on my channel for you every week on Sunday nights for the next number of weeks to help you all get through the last semester of university as your finalists. And in the meantime, you're welcome to reach out to me here if I can be of any extra service for you. And so until next time, thank you for watching. Keep studying, keep smiling, and know that you're on the right path. And I'll see you again soon. All right. Thank you, and bye for now.